Hello, you're watching VNA's Bulletin. I'm Bang from Hanoi, and now the headlines as usual. Deputy Prime Minister Chiang Mai-binh visits Quảng Province. Voluntary blood donation campaign launched in Hanoi. Fruit and vegetable export value is $1.17 billion. Continuing his trip to the Central Region, Deputy Prime Minister Chiang Mai-binh had a working session with leaders of Quảng Nam Province on July 10th, focusing on its socio-economic development, national defense and security, administrative reform, and the fight against corruption, smuggling, and trade fraud. The provincial officials reported in the first half of 2016, Quảng Nam collected more than 7.6 trillion Vietnam dong for the budget. The province's gross domestic product grew by 11%, while export revenue increased by 6%. Quảng Nam has also made significant improvements in social welfare and maintained political security and social order. Deputy Prime Minister Chiang Mai-binh praised Quảng Nam for its achievements in socio-economic development, fighting crime, corruption, and trade fraud, and ensuring traffic safety. The Deputy Prime Minister urged the province to step up administrative reform, improve the investment climate, attract strategic investors, prioritize marine economy, and support local fishermen. He also requested the provincial authority to strictly handle those who illegally exploit natural resources and gold mining businesses which have not paid taxes for a long time, causing public anger. Red Journey is the voluntary blood donation campaign being held within 31 days in 27 provinces and cities across the country. The Red Journey for northern provinces was launched in Hanoi on July 10th. Since its inception in 2013, the Red Journey has gone through 42 provinces and cities nationwide, receiving almost 57,000 blood units, which have thousands of patients survive. The event has proved useful in enhancing the public awareness of voluntary blood donation among people from all walks of life. This year's journey will take place within 31 days, covering 27 provinces and cities, with 2 delegations of volunteers in the north and the south. The south delegation started in Phu Quoc Island on July 5th and will go through 15 localities, while the north volunteers began in Hanoi before moving to 11 other provinces and cities. The same day, the Red Journey in the south arrived in the southern largest half of Ho Chi Minh City. The 2 delegations are scheduled to meet each other in the capital city on July 31st. This year's campaign is expected to receive 20,000 blood units. Vietnam gained a 33% year-on-year increase in the fruit and vegetable export value to reach $1.17 billion in the first half of 2016, thanks to higher demand from the Chinese market.
According to the China Department of Customs, China was the largest export market for Vietnam's fruits and vegetables, accounting for 70% of the total volume. During the period, Vietnam's export value of fruits and vegetable products to China reached year-on-year growth of 80%, touching $692 million. The U.S. was the second largest export market for local fruits, with a year-on-year increase in export value of 62% to reach $37 million. The Republic of Korea was the third largest export market, with year-on-year growth of 25.7% to reach $35.4 million. In the first half of this year, Vietnam exported 4,608 tons of fresh fruit to fiercely competitive markets such as the U.S., Japan, the Republic of Korea, New Zealand, and Australia, of which 72% was dragon fruit. In the future, dragon fruit exports are expected to increase even further because such exports from Vietnam to Taiwan will recover after the latest block on fruit imports is lifted. Taiwan plans to import 14,000 to 16,000 tons of dragon fruit per year. Vietnam expects to make $2 billion on fruit and vegetable exports this year because the nation may enter 3 more competitive markets: Japan, the EU, and the US, according to the association. Last year, Vietnam's fruit and vegetable export value reached $1.8 billion, 23.7% higher than 2014, making it one of the top 5 farming export products in Vietnam, alongside rice, coffee, cashew nuts, and rubber. Vietnamese fruit and vegetable products have been exported to 40 countries and territories.
The Vietnam Steel Association said the country is likely to increase steel imports, especially at the year's end when the construction demand surges. Since the beginning of 2016, the country has imported over 9.6 million tons of steel of all kinds, a year-on-year rise of 48%. Up to 60% of the imported steel was from China. The Vietnam Steel Association said the country remains the biggest steel importer in Southeast Asia and 7th in the world. Last year, it imported about 18.7 million tons of finished and semi-finished steel. Businesses are still importing steel billets and finished steel, though the Ministry of Industry and Trade imposed temporary safeguard duties of 14.2 to 23.3% on the products. China's cheap steel is forecast to continue flowing into Vietnam to the end of this year. If Vietnamese businesses don't take self-protection measures, they should face declining productivity and even bankruptcy, the association added. It suggested imposing safeguard duties on the foreseeable future and encouraged domestic enterprises to forge links to enhance their competitiveness and quality of their steel products in the long run. Despite the government's willingness to enter into free trade agreements, Vietnamese companies are not taking advantage of such pacts to increase exports and are even losing out on their home turf to foreign rivals.
The 2015 annual Vietnam Business Report shows foreign companies accounted for 71% of the country's exports, with local firms' shares shrinking. In the first 5 months of this year, local businesses' exports grew by only 3.9% to $19.44 billion, accounting for 28% of exports. In comparison, foreign invested companies reported growth of 7.7%, while overall growth was 6.6%. The government in fact offers many incentives for exports, but domestic companies have been unable to cope with challenges facing the global business environment. Around 97% of local enterprises are small and medium-sized, and most of them are outside the global value chain. Their ability to take advantage of Vietnam's international integration is very low, and they are not ready to compete. Low productivity is another weakness of Vietnamese companies, and in recent times, natural disasters like severe drought and pollution have also hit exports. The 2015 Vietnam Business Report also said that the size of Vietnamese companies and the number of workers have shrunk. With domestic firms frittering away the advantages offered by FTAs, their foreign rivals will only be happy to step into the breach.
Vietnam's automobile sales in June totaled 24,420 units, dropping 6% from the previous month. The figure was released by the Vietnam Automobile Manufacturers Association. The sold automobiles include 12,916 passenger cars, 10,325 commercial vehicles, and 1,180 special-purpose vehicles. While 18,014 units sold were assembled domestically, a 6% decrease from the previous month. 6,407 were completely built units imported from other countries, dropping by 7% month-on-month. However, overall sales turnover in the first half of this year surged 31% compared with the same period last year. The sales of passenger cars, commercial cars, and special-purpose cars rose 24%, 40% and 50% respectively. From July 1, 2016, under the latest law on special consumption tax, cars with a cylinder capacity of 1.5 liters and lower will now be taxed at 40%, 5% lower than previously. Auto businesses said car sales in June decreased as consumers waited to buy cars after the government tax came into effect. Vietnam's transport experts said fines for traffic violations on highways will be increased in an attempt to reduce traffic accidents. Under a new decree, starting August 1st, the fines for violations by motorists, cyclists, and even walkers will be 4 or 5 times higher than the current fines. The Ministry of Transport said a lack of awareness about traffic safety and laws is the main reason for the high number of traffic accidents on highways. In addition, motorists move barriers from their correct location so that they can drive on highways. Local residents walk on highways, and buses and coaches don't always follow regulations when stopping to pick up passengers. The Hanoi Transport Association said that enacting stricter traffic enforcement on highways was necessary to increase people's awareness of traffic safety and reduce accidents. In recent years, traffic violations, especially on highways, have become more and more serious despite regular information campaigns. With practical activities, summer camp has become a helpful playground for children in Ho Chi Minh City for many years. Let's join us to see how children enjoy the camp.
This is an afternoon program as part of the 38th Thanh Da Summer Camp. The children are taking part in such activities as playing chess, singing, dancing, and skipping rope.
This is the first time I've joined the summer camp. It is very interesting. I can learn much about friendship here.
Những về tình bạn. Con thấy là như là mình đã lớn lên.
I feel as if I was growing up here. I've been taught to live independently.
Con có thể sống tự lập, không nhờ ba mẹ trong một tuần.
The summer camp provides the children with soft skills, such as working in the groups or doing homework. They are also offered a chance to meet their peers from the previous camp.
Em tham gia chạy hè Thanh Đa năm lớp 4 và từ đó cứ hàng năm
I joined the camp when I was a fourth grader.
Sinh hoạt ở đây.
Every year I return to the camp to show the children what I have learned and experienced.
Muốn đem những cái kiến thức của mình đã học, chỉ dạy, hướng dẫn lại các em nhỏ hơn nữa, để sau này các em nhỏ cũng có thể giống như em, tiếp tục quay lại nơi mà các em đã từng sinh hoạt.
Em lần này là lần thứ 6 tham gia hội trại.
This is the second time I've taken part in the camp.
Cảm thấy muốn đi hoài luôn, tại vì có những hoạt động trò chơi rất là vui và bổ ích.
The Thanh Da Summer Camp today is a playground for children, not only in Ho Chi Minh City, but also for those from Hanoi and the central city of Da Nang.
Rất là tự hào có một cái hội trại.
Established a long time ago, the summer camp has become a destination for children not only in the city, but also for those from all parts of the country when summer comes. We are proud of having organized such a useful playground for them.
Amid the shortage of playgrounds for children in big cities, such models as the Thanh Da Summer Camp should be duplicated with interesting and useful activities to offer joy to the children during summer holidays.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye for now.